Sucio Talk podcast, Sucio Talk update. Right now I am in Mexico City, chilling about, eating, fucking resting. It's really hard to win online while you are also trying to hustle, move around, out and about, doing events. I did an event in Long Beach. Shout out to the Boathouse. I did that with Truffle Shuffle, a super successful event. Shout out to Tyler Vorse as well as Jason McKinney for making that happen. Also John Morris, owner of the Boathouse, as well as he also invented the sports bar. So in case you forgot about that, John Morris invented the sports bar, all right? And that man owns Boathouse on the Bay. It's a restaurant in Long Beach, right there at the marina. Sexy place, very old school kitchen. Reminds me of kitchens that I came up with. Old school, Mexican cooks, just hard workers, very busy kitchen. They're doing 300, 400 covers, you know what I mean? So trying to prep a 5-course tasting menu in that kitchen was wild to begin with. But we got it done, all good. So Sucio Talk is still alive. I know some of you out there are like, where are you? Where's the show? I'm good, okay? I'm just trying to figure out how to streamline the short form content. So before I keep making long form content, I'm just trying to, set myself up for success when it comes to that, all right? So again, the podcast can be found on Anchor, Spotify, all right? Spotify is where you can find the video. Anchor is audio only for you audio people out there. For some reason, it's not on Apple Podcast. I have Android, so I cannot log into my Apple ID, okay? So I'm trying to figure that out. That way I can get you guys out there who listen through the Apple Podcast, the show, so it's easily accessible for you and you don't have to go to any other platform that you don't like going on, okay? Other than that, again, Spotify for video, Anchor for audio only, Google Podcast also does audio only, as well as Deezer, okay? I am going to start a subscription for exclusive content, and I've been going back and forth in my head about what that is, okay? Because at the end of the day, I want to keep the show free, but I also don't want to go bankrupt doing the show, okay? It's a lot of time, a lot of production, right? Where it's only me. So I am also looking to put the APB out on the street. I'm looking for a YouTube youngin', all right? A kid, 20 years old, 22 years old, maybe still in school. I don't know if he's your little brother out there. I know a lot of you cooks don't have any technological prowess, but maybe your little brother does, little sister does. I don't know. Put me in contact with them. We need to win on social media. At this point, I think there's me, Kimchi Kids podcast in Chicago. There's Pancom podcast in Florida. There's Chef's PSA podcast. Shout out to all those podcasts, brothers in arms right there. I don't know them, they don't know me, but hey, we're in the same space, and right now there's only a few of us, okay? And just like everything that happens in this world, at some point it's gonna get convoluted, and there's gonna be too many fucking chef podcasts. So just remember that Sucio Talk was one of the first, okay? Past that, shoutouts, short and sweet, okay? This is gonna be a short episode, so usually they're like 3 hours long. I'm gonna hold on that for now. I actually have James Passafaro coming to interview on the 6th of October. We scheduled it. I usually don't announce anything unless I have the podcast already recorded, which is why we haven't really had a guest the last few weeks. There's been schedule changes here and there. I've had to hustle, do events in different parts of the state, so it's been hard when shit's going on in the world and you don't feel like why am I gonna do a podcast when I should be out there saving people. But maybe this is my only way to save people, so you do what you do. So shout outs, here we go. Oko Supper Club boys, Mike Woods, Solomon, they opened up or they took over the Tribune space. Chef Omri Aflalo stepped down. Shout out to Omri, he just got married. He just bought a house, I think. I'm going to have him on the show soon. Says he's got a lot of things to say about the food industry. So I'm here to listen, and I'm here to share with you guys what he has to say. All right. I realize I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking over here. It's okay. The camera is over here, but the script is here. Maybe I'll just change that. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Also, shout out to Ileana Ponce. I've talked to her about being the person that makes reels for Sucio Talk, but I have not finalized things with her. Just, we get busy. She's busy. I don't want to be bothering her, but shout out to her. She does all the social media for a lot of restaurants in the Bay Area, Marlena being one of them, Tribune, Oko Supper Club being the other, and there's a plethora. So if you guys need social media services, hit her up. And as you just realized, that was a little bit of a commercial, right? I shouted out Ileana, and I want to keep doing that, but also I want to offer a space for chefs to advertise on the platform, okay? If you have merchandise for your restaurant, if you have a dinner coming up, pop-up coming up, let me know. For a small fee, we'll get on Sucio Talk, and we'll make sure to fill those tables. Because right now, what I see in the pop-up scene is you have pop-ups with people who don't necessarily do events. So therefore, they don't know the pricing. So what happens is corporate people come in and they say, well, we only want to pay like $10 a person. Well, too bad. You cannot make a successful dinner for more than 50 people for $10 a person. Those days are gone. Personal chef prices are higher now. Okay, the price of butter's going up. Everything's going up. Gas, right? So we need to stay with the times and understand that I know shit cost $200 last year, but this year it cost $300. It cost $400. Okay, and if you can't afford it, then don't book events. All right, that's just the way I'm gonna say it. All right, it's all good. Other than that, we'll continue with the shout outs. All right, Spencer Horovitz is leaving Slugbar. Yes, you heard it here. Spencer Horovitz leaving Slugbar. He opened it. He got the menu off to a great start, and his sous chef is taking over, which I just fucking can't remember his name for the life of me, but that's okay. So shout out to him. I went in there to eat for my birthday. Oh yeah, I turned 33 on October 14th. Charlie Apple took me to dinner. It was a lovely date. We ate at Palmette in Oakland. Whoever is out there, get your ass to Palmette fucking now. Okay? It's an incredible space. Boom, we're back. It's an incredible space, incredible food. K&J Orchards has all the produce for that company. Okay, so definitely keep your eye on that. Palmette, Oakland. Also, we went to Snail Bar and Slug Bar at the same time. So, a lot of moving around on my birthday. I don't really celebrate my birthday like that. In fact, I get a little depressed. I get a little sad. It's not because I'm getting old. I actually look better older. But, it's just an ambitious human being is going to be upset when he's not where he thinks he needs to be. Understood? So, but I accept myself. I love myself, right? So I need to know that I'm right where I need to be, and the universe is giving me the things that I need and nothing else. And that's okay. All right. So continuing with shout outs, Andrew Cheng traveled to DC, ate at all the restaurants. Fucking badass dude right there. All right. A lot of chefs, talk shit about him. They say, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But at the end of the day, pound for pound, he's gone to eat at way more fucking restaurants than any of you chefs have. Okay? So the man knows what he's talking about. And I think he deserves a little fucking respect. And if you want an honest opinion from him about a meal that you served him, ask him. Because he will tell you the truth. You know what I mean? Whether he liked it or not. And he's not hating. He's willing to give a restaurant, more than one chance if they fuck it up. So we need to be nice to Andrew Cheng, all right? And we need to hold him up because at the end of the day, he's who I look to for restaurant recommendations. What did he think of it? If Andrew Cheng tells me don't go to that fucking restaurant, I didn't like it, I'm still gonna fucking go and make my own opinion about it. You understand? Just because he's right a lot of the time doesn't mean he's right all the time. Also, opinions, it's a matter of opinion, right? What tastes good to you doesn't taste good to others, okay? Andre Natera, okay, shout out to him. He does Chef's PSA, podcast, books, YouTube, He's all over it. He's another one that's just, like Sucio Talk, telling young cooks the truth about the kitchen, what to do, what not to do. It's a very eye-opening thing to watch him do that, because when I was a cook, no one had those answers. Everyone was a fucking dick. You had to figure it out yourself. All right, so he's making it a lot easier. And I think over time, if we make it easier, then we will retain more professionals. Because all we did, for many years, decades, is we beat the shit out of people until they fucking left. And one of my boys put it to me like this. It's like your chef has a Porsche and he fucking drives that shit 130 miles an hour all the time, never changes the oil, never fucking does any maintenance on it, just runs it to the ground. And then when you're done, ragged, doesn't watch you anymore, fucking throws you in the street like you're garbage. All right? So don't let that shit happen to you as a cook. And chefs out there, don't fucking do that shit to your young cooks. That's wrong. All right? Once you're a mentor for life. Okay? So don't sign up for this shit if you're not ready. Other than that, Sucio Talk episode 100 next week. James Passafaro, former CDC of Spoon and Stable, also has an app for workplace workflow kitchen things called Opsy.io. All right, keep that in mind. All right. Other than that, we have suciotalk.com coming next week. All right. Goal for that is Monday, November 7th. Stick me to that. All right. And then we'll have the episode with James Passafaro. So James Passafaro coming up, website, all right. Merch coming a little later. That's going to be a little later because I don't want to rush into it and get shitty shirts, for example, shitty t-shirts. I've worn shitty t-shirts from restaurants. You wash them once and they're fucking done, okay? So make a note of that to all the fucking merch that you buy. Make sure that the shirts are good quality, all right? It makes all the difference in the world, and then you're actually going to be able to hold on to that piece of clothing. All right. Also, do you like my shirt? I got it thrifting. All right. That's what I do now. I'm a thrifter. Website. Everyone be positive out there. All right. I know a lot of shit's going down. It's okay. That's just the way the world works. All right. It's been shitty since the beginning for some people, and great since the beginning for other people. So we'll try to find some kind of balance here, some kind of semblance of equalness, right? Equality here in the U.S. But until then, I'll see you next week for Sucio Talk 100, as well as website. On the website, you can also book consulting services, all right? Whether that's a call for a young cook or a young chef, cook becoming a sous chef, anybody that needs a little bit of guidance in terms of how to manage people, where they should go work next, how to deal with problems within the kitchen. There will be a schedule that we'll set up for that. We'll do a Zoom call. We will get you, there'll be a fee for that, all right, just to help me out with the podcast cost, okay? Because at some point, this podcast is going to be making bread, all right? That's not the full point of this, right? Because money at the end of the day is not important, right? I understand it's important to buy shit, but it doesn't buy you happiness, right? It doesn't buy you health, or I guess it does, right? So buying medicine with money, I don't know. Never mind. Never mind on that last point about money not helping with health. But yeah, let's just stop being negative. Let's hope the world fixes itself. It probably won't. But it's not going to end. I just heard there's an asteroid. Is it? Wait, asteroid coming towards us for the first time. I know we've seen a lot of movies about that, but we're just not lucky enough to be hit by it during our lifetime. Okay, that's just not going to happen. I'm 33 years old. Okay, and I would love to see the end of the world, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, we've been close to the end of the world for a long fucking time, right? Since the Cold War, basically, right? So it's just like second nature to us. But other than that, enjoy your week. Thank you so much. Shout out to everyone out there still listening to the show week by week, working on, as well as the website, a little bit of a later project. I told you guys a little bit about this. I want to do live shows. I'm just trying to figure out some semblance of a regular schedule so I can do that and not have episodes not come out on the night that they're supposed to and things like that. Okay? Be well. Peace. Eat good food. And if you come to Mexico City, try not to book yourself at Italian restaurants because the pasta here is not good. All right? Peace.